What is going on, everybody? It is Voodoo here, and I am actually here reviewing a game today. So, welcome to another Voodoo's Verdict, and today we're going to be taking a look at a game called Don't Starve, and we are going to be reviewing the console edition of the game, not the PC edition. Again, wearing the beanie to contain the hair. So yeah, that's why I'm wearing a beanie inside. Yeah, so Don't Starve. Now, something I have to say, I'm not going to be giving this game a number score, okay, because it's not a type of game like that. It's not one of the, the main release, full disc release type games. It's more of an, I don't know if you can call it really an indie game, but, it's a smaller scale game. It's not meant to be rated and judged up against full $60 games, because it's not one. So I'm not going to be giving the game a number score. I'm just going to be telling you what I think about the game and my recommendations, whether or not you should try the game out. So, Don't Starve Console Edition just came out on the PS4 not too long ago. Now this game is free to download if you are a member of PlayStation Plus. If you are not, the game is $15, alright? Which is kind of a hefty tag. So the question is, first of all, if you have PS Plus, is it worth downloading and checking it out? If you don't, is it worth spending the $15 to play the game? And that's what I'm going to try to help you determine. So, first of all, the way I like to describe Don't Starve is a combination of Minecraft and Dark Souls. Okay, and I know that sounds kind of like a weird combination, but let me explain. So first of all, this game is a pretty difficult game. It's pretty brutal. Now, I actually happen to know quite a bit about this game, and you might be asking how, since I only have 2 videos up on YouTube. That is true, but off camera, I've seen one of my friends came over and played it, and he got hooked on it. I basically watched him play it for like 5 to 6 hours straight. And then, off camera, I've done a few runs on my own. One run I actually survived to day 24, so into the winter. And so I know a lot about this game. I've seen a lot of it. I've played a lot of it off camera. I'm just doing, an official run that I'm recording for YouTube. So I know quite a lot about this game. And it is very difficult. The entire point of the game, more or less, is to just survive as long as you can. So you're basically spawned in this world. The world is randomly generated every single time you play. So every attempt you make is completely different, because the worlds are generated completely randomly each time you play. And the idea is to go around this environment collecting supplies, collecting food, things like that, in order to survive. And there's all sorts of different random encounters and things that you will have during the course of this game. There are all sorts of animals, some which are, are not hostile to you, like rabbits and birds and stuff that you can hunt. Some animals which are just neutral, they won't bother you unless you attack them, and if you attack them, then they'll come after you. And some that are just plain mean, and if you go up through them, they will fight you and they are going to kill you. And they're just randomly generated throughout this world, like I said. All sorts of creative, imaginary animals, things called like beefalo, which are these giant buffalo-looking things, koalefants, pangolins. You've got these giant living trees that walk around and will destroy you, and you've got just all sorts of different animals to hunt, different animals to try to avoid that will kill you. So, in the way it's like Minecraft, it's basically you're spawned into this world with nothing. And you have to go around and collect supplies and create things. You can go around and collect supplies to make weapons, make axes, cut down trees, to get logs. There's a day and a night cycle, and every night you have to have some kind of a light source, like a fire or a torch, because if you don't, and you're in the complete darkness, you'll get killed by this monster called the Grue, which kills you, like I said, if you're in complete darkness. So you have to have light every night, so you got to make sure that you have that. Like I said, you have to make sure that, as the name implies, that you don't starve. You have to find food. You can pick berries and stuff, or you can create traps to capture rabbits, things like that. And then there's just a variety of different things that you can build with various supplies. And obviously the harder or the more intricate something is to build, the harder the supplies are to gather. And you might need supplies off of a really tough enemy that you have to figure out how to kill, or how to lure into a fight with another enemy so that maybe they'll kill each other off. Obviously the simple things are simple to build. You may need some twigs and some flint that you can find lying around, and you can make a or an axe or something with it. And so in that way, it's like Minecraft, where you just build stuff. You can build structures. You can build, one of the major things you want to start off the game by doing is actually building a science machine and an alchemy engine. And when you build these two machines with supplies, it opens up blueprints or prototypes that you can, for pretty much everything else in the game, that you can craft at that point. There is magic in the game. You can craft magical staves. You can craft, like a magic top hat and some things like that. There's supernatural monsters. Like I mentioned, the monster called the Gru. There's also ghosts in the game. There's all kinds of stuff. So it's like that in the sense of Minecraft. In the sense of Dark Souls, the reason I call it like Dark Souls is because the game is pretty brutal and unforgiving. You have to monitor 3 things at all time, like I mentioned. Your hunger, your health, clearly, and your sanity. And different things in the world will make your sanity go down or go up depending on the situation. And, encounters with monsters may make your sanity go down. Eating certain types of mushrooms may make it go down. But doing certain things like sleeping at night and things like that will actually increase your sanity. And really the game doesn't tell you anything about this. So it's a combination of, you can do it the really hard way, the traditional way of just playing the game over and over and learning and trying to find out the hard way, or I kind of do a combination of both. I do playing it and learning it as I go, but if there's something I really want to look up and I'm far into a game and I don't want to die, I'll look it up on the Don't Starve wiki. They have a wiki that's very, very good. It's very descriptive of all the items and stuff in the game, where you can find them, what they do, and even looking up stuff on the wiki, it's still really hard to survive. And it's brutal because if you die, and it can happen in the blink of an eye, you might be doing something might happen to you that you don't understand what's going on, all of a sudden you're dead. So you have to be very careful, very efficient, and if you die, alright, and you don't have a checkpoint, there's altars around the world you can find and activate, not many, and kind of give you a checkpoint, so when you die you respawn one time, or however many times you find an altar. But once you die and you don't have any altars activated, it's it, game's over, and it deletes your save file. So this is not a game where you can just like, I want to try something, I want to try out this mushroom, see what it does, let me save real quick, if I eat it and I die I'll just go back and reload the save. No. When you die, your save file is gone. So you can't do that. It is an unforgiving game. It is brutally difficult at times, and you're not going to really understand. You're not going to be very good or survive at the game until either you get some help from someone who knows what they're doing, or you just play the game and die a few times until you figure out what's going on. Like I mentioned, there's 2 seasons. There's a summertime and a wintertime. Winter starts, I believe, at day 21, and winter is absolutely brutal because on top of everything else you have to worry about, the plants basically die off and don't give you fruit, so it's much harder to find food, and you have to worry about your body temperature. And so you can craft things such as winter clothing, but again, you have to go kill some animals and stuff to get fur to make clothing. But the animals do a lot of damage to you, and combat is not that easy. So it's a pretty unforgiving game, but at the same time, the game is really, really fun. It's really addicting. There are several characters you can unlock, each which have different abilities and different levels of sanity and stuff like that you can try out. I don't remember exactly how many there are. There's probably around about 10 characters to unlock in this game. So you're going to want to keep playing it, get XP, and unlock all the characters and try some of them out. it's just addicting because you just want to keep playing it. You want to survive. It's fun. Even though it's brutally hard, I find it to be really enjoyable. It's tense. You know, it keeps the pressure on because, like I said, you know that if you die, it's basically over. And so, as tough as that is, there's a real fun element to it because, you know that you have to be careful. You know that you have to watch everything you're doing. And that brings that to me, at least, that brings some sense of enjoyment. Now, there's other things in the game. There is a way to technically beat the game. There is an area called Adventure Mode, more or less, where you take on 5 randomly generated worlds and try to survive a certain amount of time in each world. And if you do, you're able to confront the main antagonist of the game and basically win the game, more or less. I don't really play it for that. I more or less just play it to see how many days I can survive. That's the main game. The main world is just see how long you can survive, and then when you've built up a lot of supplies and stuff like that, you can try to take on this challenge mode and more or less technically beat the game, I guess. But at the same time, you can continue to play and continue to survive days, just seeing how many you can survive. So the game kind of is endless, all right, in that sense. But yeah, the game is really unique. It's quirky. It has this really cool hand-drawn art style. Like I said, the monsters, the creatures are all really cool. And I find it to be a really enjoyable game. I think it's awesome. It's fun as hell, and it's something that will keep you occupied for hours. Now, with that being said, as I mentioned, the game is really difficult. So if you're somebody who you don't like a challenge, or you're just somebody who would rather play a game that's not as challenging, that's not as brutal, and stuff like that, then you probably want to stay away from the game. Because for someone like you, it will probably just frustrate you, and you'll just get tired of it and hate it. For somebody who does enjoy a challenge and does like that pressure, that tension of I have to do this right or else I'm going to die, then you need to check out this game. I think this game's awesome. If you're a PS Plus member, you have got to download this game. Again, it's PS4 only for console edition. So if you have a PS4, you're on PS Plus, you have got to download this game and try it out. It's awesome, and it's free for you, so why not? Download it, play it. If you don't like it, you didn't lose any money, but my guess is that you are going to like it. Like, even, I find that pretty much everybody enjoys this game. Like, my girlfriend, who, she's not really into video games. She doesn't really care that much about them, but when I sit there and play Don't Starve, she loves it. She sits there and watches me play. She loves watching me play it because it's just fun. And because it's so random, every time you play it, you never know what the hell you're going to run into. And random shit just happens. Like, the other day I was playing, and I had a home base going, everything was great. I was sitting there crafting stuff, and all of a sudden this giant living tree comes out of nowhere, walks into my base, and just slaps the shit out of me, and it was just like, I had to run around the map and try to light this thing on fire, or make him walk through fires to burn himself to death because I couldn't fight him because he was too powerful. And it was just a hilarious situation, completely random, and people just love it. I mean, my friends, their girlfriends love watching them play, who aren't really into video games, but everyone just likes this game. It's fun. And I would even say that if you don't have PS Plus, I actually think it's worth the $15 to buy this game. I'm serious about that. $15, usually it's pretty hefty, but think about it. They charge $15 for some DLC that comes out, right? This game is way better than a lot of DLC that comes out for 15 bucks. It's quirky, it's fun, you're going to enjoy it, you're going to have a good time. Again, if you like a challenge and you like that kind of Minecraft, I mean, if you are the kind of person that would like a game that's Minecraft meets Dark Souls, then you're gonna like Don't Starve. There's not a lot out quite like it, and I think it's great. Now, this game is also available on PC, so if you're only a PC gamer, this game is out for PC. And from what I've heard, it's better on PC. It's where it started. It was designed for PC. I have seen where people who play the game on PC said the PS4 version is a pretty good port. It's a pretty good, they made it pretty fluid for use on console, but PC, it's probably better. There's a lot of mods out for the PC that make the game somewhat easier, makes some of the annoying mechanics better and stuff like that. So if you can get the game on PC, I would recommend you do it, but I only know the console version and it's great as well. So Don't Starve Console Edition, fantastic game. Absolutely, you got to play it if you have PS Plus and you can get it for free. And I would even say to maybe look up some gameplay, see if you would like it, see if it's up your alley. And if it is, I think it's worth the $15 to play this game, because you're going to get a lot of man hours playing it, unlocking all the characters, trying the different characters, and just seeing how long you can last. And it's great. It's a lot of fun. So that's my thoughts on Don't Starve. Go check it out. I don't think you're going to be disappointed. I will be continuing my official run. Or my official runs, plural, for YouTube. I will probably be playing this game a good amount off camera for fun in my spare time, but I will be doing my official runs and stuff for YouTube. And knowing as much now as I know about the game, it'll kind of turn from a playthrough into like a playthrough / walkthrough, because I'll be able to give you a lot of good tips and stuff throughout my my YouTube footage. So that's that. Check out Don't Starve. Thank you guys for watching very much. I'm Voodoo, and I'll see you again real soon with another Voodoo's Verdict game review. I hope you enjoyed it, and yeah, so peace out, guys, and I'll see you later.